And now, from beyond our dimension, this is the JeffMara podcast. Here's Jeff.
My guest is Jeanette Hedström, who had a near-death experience due to a car accident. Jeanette, thanks for joining us and welcome.
Thank you so much. It's lovely to be here.
Well, Jeanette, let's start on the day that you had that accident and go from there.
Yeah, it's 21 years ago now. I was 22 years old, and I was a hairdresser then, and I just had shut down the salon because I was going cross country with my stepsister, and it was in the middle of the summer, and we were going to have a holiday during the weekend, so it was a Friday. So I closed early, and she came and picked me up. And we were going from Gothenburg to Stockholm, so cross country, like a 5-hour drive. And but we just came halfway. So halfway, she started to doing she was like driving past a lorry truck, and the lorry truck pushed us out. So its tire came into my side, and were pushed out to the other lane, and we had a head-on with another car. And I remember, so the first car that we met just missed us, but behind him was another car, and it was like a really high speed, and we were thrown off the road. And because I got the lorry truck in my side, I turned to protect myself, and the belt ended up in the wrong place, so it squashed everything that I had in my stomach up under my heart. So my spleen was up in my left shoulder, and both my lungs were punctured. A lot of my ribs was off, and my diaphragm was ripped, and all of my intestines was also up under my heart. And I had a vertebrae in my spine also crushed, and my right shoulder was off as well. So a lot of things, like multiple trauma to my abdomen area. And when we were sitting there, it was like a crucial pain, and I was just screaming like, I'm dying. I couldn't breathe, and I just said, like, I want to go home. I'm dying, and I was screaming as much as I could, because I knew that I was dying, and I was very, very afraid. And my body was like struggling, and my body was also like screaming everywhere and trying to survive. And what happened was that I left my body because the pain was so intense, and I had this anxiety of like, so I just like, it hurt too much to stay in it. So I left my body, and I ended up above the scene. So I saw everything, like, people running and cars stopping, and I could see everything from, like, it was like a movie. I saw it from above, and I wasn't really attached then to the feeling of what's happening. I was like watching a movie. And then I got like sucked down in my body again, and I was back into my pain and my anxiety, and this, I was so afraid. And then I heard this voice that told me to let go. So this voice was inside of me, outside of me. It was like everywhere, and just told me to let go. I got you. So I did. I just surrendered, and I woke up. I woke up in something that I call the waiting room. And this room is just filled with light. Everything here is energy. But my brain wants to say that I see everything. That is, it's like a visual, but when I close my eyes and go back there to that memory, everything is just energy and a knowing. And the colors there is something that I have never seen here, not before or after. And it's a warmth, like it's like coming home, and everything is very loving and unconditional. This knowingness, it was like I was a part of everything. I had a feeling of me, like there's still a me or an I, but it was just like this connection with everything. And I was greeted by three energies there. And one of them was my godmother, and she passed away from breast cancer 10 years earlier, um, uh, when I was 12 years old. And also two other big energies. And when I came back, I said that they were like angels. Today I know more about them, but that is like easy for people to understand, like that kind of energy, big light beings. And I was so happy to be there. I was like, wow, okay, I'm here, I'm home. And then they started to explain to me that this was just a part of my journey, and that I was supposed to go back to my broken body and heal it. And I just said no, I'm not going back, because it was like I didn't even know that I had a body. I wasn't aware of the accident or anything. Um, and uh, and then they showed me, and then I got aware of the accident and my broken body, and what happened. And also what happened was that it was like I heard everyone that prayed for me to come back. And the time there is not linear, so everything just happened at same as like at the same time. It felt like 1 second, or eons of time. It's just like I can't I can't explain it. But um, so I heard everybody praying, everybody that told me to come back, to don't leave them, like my mom, my dad, my sister, my friends. Like I heard them all, and then they also showed me my life. So I got life review from when I was born until I'm gonna die and transform the next time. Um, so what I also showed me was that why it's so important that I am here is because I'm a co-creator in this world. And I they showed me like my energy and my vibration, and I try to explain it like when you throw a rock into the lake, the water starts rippling out. And then they showed me my husband, and I was only 22, so I haven't met him yet, and I didn't have my children or anything, but they showed me his energy, and we clashed together, and we started to create new ripples out. And also we lit up um, two other lights also, that is our children. And they are starting to ripple out these energies. And they showed me that all of these things that I do and create with other people and with myself and will disappear. So they took away my children's energy, and then they took away my energy, and then I saw how everything just got still, and then it just was turned over by a lot of other energies. So I got this feeling of that I'm so important, but also I'm nothing at all. It's a very weird feeling, but I got this knowledge of this wisdom of we are all important, and this unique vibration that we all have uh, is creating stuff here. It's so important that we all, it's not an accident that we are here. And then I decided, when I saw that I would erase them and the contracts that I made with them. And then I also heard everybody prayed that wanted me to come back. And I understood that I was very loved and I would be very, very missed. So I took the decision to go back to my body. And I said, like, yeah, I will go back to my body, and I will I will be who I'm meant to be here. And also, they had to help me back, because it wasn't just like I just woke up. They helped me back into my body. So, and that experience is actually I can actually compare it when I was sitting in the car dying, to the feeling, the transformation, when I was going back, because it was like I was squashed together and ripped apart, and just going into something very, very dense and compact, and it's not a very nice feeling. um, so, and then I ended up back in my body again. And what happened then is that I was on life support, and the only thing that I couldn't see, because my eyelids were slit, and they had to sew it back together, and they put things on it because I had a lot of um, scratches and stuff in my face as well. And so they kept me seduced. Do you say that? Like,
Sedated.
and sedated. Yeah, thank you. English. And um, and during that time, I was moving in my body very freely, like my consciousness was, like my soul was moving in my body. And I also got this voice, very, like, told me to work with the energy in the body. As I told you, it was very damaged, and so that it was everything. That's the only thing that I could do, because I couldn't move, I couldn't speak, I couldn't do anything. So uh, I remember this feeling of moving around in my body, and it was very confusing in the beginning. But what also happened is that this happened on Friday, and every time that um, the medication, the sleeping medication, was low, I started to breathe against the machine. And then I had two punctured lungs and also a diaphragm that was really, really damaged. But they didn't want to have me in the lung machine for too long either, because they want us to be able to breathe on our own and don't forget how to do that. So they actually took me off the lung machine on Sunday, and that was really, really early, because they filled me with water, so all of the uh, organs could float, so they wouldn't have any pressure on them. So I was just like filled with water everywhere, and they took me off this, because every time I came out, I started like breathing against it, and they thought they would have me um, sleeping for at least a week, but it was only 3 days. And like the doctors would call it like a miracle. And so then I started breathing on my own. So they took me off the machine on Monday, and they also thought they had to open me 2 times more, because all of the damage there was, and because they were like looking through all the intestines and everything that they had to put together. But they didn't have to open me again. Everything healed. And I was only in intensive care for 1.5 weeks. And that is very, very short for the trauma that I had. So when they saw that everything was working in my stomach, it was a big day because that was a happy day. I remember that day very well. And yeah, so I healed very, very quickly. And also I remember this voice that I had in me that, told me how to move energy, how to bring energy in. And I couldn't sleep when anyone wasn't there. So when someone came to visit me, I fell asleep. And when they left, I was awake and just doing this work. And I was very afraid to fall asleep. And what also happened was that I got this feeling when I came back that I could feel like resonance and dissonance, like harmony and disharmony. So when someone spoke to me, I could feel if it was my truth or it wasn't my truth. So when the doctors told me like, oh, well, maybe you're not going to be able to walk again, or you're going to have pain your whole life and you have to eat this medication. And I could just feel that that wasn't my truth. And I felt like a disharmony in my body. Like I just felt it. And it was very, very hard in the beginning because I couldn't understand it. And also when I tried to talk to the doctors and stuff about this experience that I had, it was like disregarded, like that didn't happen, you dreamt that. And what happened was that it was a it was really a holy experience for me. So I just felt really, really quickly that I can't talk about this to everyone, because it felt like they were walking in there with dirty boots and just making it unclean. Like that's like a feeling that I had. So I took that experience and I shoved it down because I had trauma doctors and I psychologist and I got meeting with a priest, and I got a lot of help actually for this, also for the mental part, but nobody could meet me in this experience. And in Sweden, we have been very far behind actually about the NDEs, and it's just starting now to be acknowledged here. So I'm very, very grateful for that, because it was hard to come back with this resonance that I had, this and disharmony thing, and also not being able to speak about it. And I tried to tell myself that, oh, it didn't happen and it was just a dream. But this experience is so much more real to me than than us sitting here talking. It's so, yeah, it's a hard thing to explain, but yeah, that was like kind of my experience.
Jeanette, thank you for sharing your experience with us. The voice that told you to surrender, was it the same voice that also told you how to work with your energies?
Yeah, yeah.
And who do you think that voice was?
It was one of the energies that I met on the other side in that waiting room. And it's a part of my higher self. I know that today because I seek this. I have been searching for the experience for 21 years, still learning. But yeah, so it's a part of my higher self, my higher mind.
Interesting. I was expecting
Yeah.
you to say it was like a spiritual guide or a guardian angel.
Yeah. Well, maybe it is too. Yeah.
This happened when you were 21, right?
You're 22. Yeah.
22. So, you're young at that age and you have this knowledge that you came back with, that you're supposed to be a co-creator. How did you react to that at such a young age?
Well, what happened was that I couldn't process the experience because there was nowhere to process it, because no one, like in the medical field, they were just like, no, that was just in your brain, and they just they didn't want to know about it. So I actually started looking and searching myself, and it took me into the spiritual realms, where it was more open about, where I could start to get like some integration of what happened, and some knowing. And we didn't have Google, we didn't have your channel, so it wasn't that easy. And in Sweden it was so hard, so I had to look outside, like USA was, but it wasn't that easy to get information. So I was just like looking in the dark. You could feeling my way in the dark, you could say, in the beginning, because I couldn't really process the experience then. So what happened was that I really started running, because I knew that I need to live. I'm here to live, and it's very important that I do so, and I can die tomorrow, because that is a big shift from before. I didn't even understand that you could die when you're 22. I didn't understand that life is really, really precious. So afterwards, but what happened is like I was starting to run from myself, you could say, because it was very hard for me to stand still because of this this harmony that I also felt when people wasn't true and authentic, you could say. So I just wanted to. So I started traveling, and I started my entrepreneur journey then, and I was out doing a lot of stuff through hairdressing, and I was competing, and I traveled a lot, and just like searching also after what happened to me. But it was hard. It was very hard, and sometimes I just like, I went crazy. I'm crazy, and I'm losing it, and I felt very, very alone actually in the beginning of it.
You learned that you're going to have a husband and children during your NDE. Did you physically see what they were going to look like before you actually met them, or did you just have the information and perhaps see them as energies?
Yeah, it was a knowing. It was a feeling. So I felt them. So I couldn't see how they visually looked. I felt them. And that is also something that I learned, that is so like my manifesting, is that it's not about how it looks. It's about how it feels, because how it feels is the true thing, not how it looks, you know? So no, I just felt them. I didn't see them visually, like, and my brain wants to make everything like I saw with my eyes. I just felt and I knew. Yeah.
So
That is how I would say it.
when you finally met your husband, did you have that same feeling again and think, oh, this might be my future husband?
Yeah, it was resonance. Like it was this, even if it wasn't really easy in the beginning, because he didn't he didn't understand who I was in the beginning. So, but it took a while. But yeah, it was a resonance. It was this, like, yeah, harmony thing.
Have the memories of your experience faded over time?
No, it's just no. It's like no. If I close my eyes, I'm there. Yeah, so it just gets more. It's unlocking, I could say, more and more actually. But it's the processing that also have to happen, because you have to also dare to talk about it, dare to, and this actually started with my husband, because I started like trying. My husband is an engineer, very like, the brain, no, very materialistic from the beginning when we met. And I started like practicing on him because he was so important to me. So I didn't give up on him. I just like, I want to share this with you and you have to listen to me. And I try to find words to explain my experience. And so I think we practiced together, you could say, to come closer to it. And also, the thing is, like, he has never looked at me like I'm crazy or anything. He just doesn't understand. He's like, I believe you, but I don't understand. So, and that is when I just stopped running, I think, because before I was just running. So when someone didn't believe me, it was like they told me, you're lying. That is how I felt. Like, so I just ran. I'm like, I just left. I didn't try to explain anything. I just like left that and moved on. And this, with him, I stopped running, I think. I just, okay, now it's time to integrate it. Now it's time to put words on it. Now it's time to start sharing it. And it took 5 years before I met him after the car crash.
A significant number of near-death experiencers go to a waiting room, and most of the time it's physically like they're in a room like a doctor's office or a train station. And yours, to me, it seems like you were in like a room that was just all light. But did you have some sort of feeling, or how did you understand that was still a waiting room?
I felt that there was something behind it. Like I saw like a bigger light, even bigger light, like when I, behind them, where I was not allowed to go. I feel like it was like a big pillar of light, like, and the light was even bigger behind them, but I was not allowed to go there. And also, when they showed me my life, it was like, then we turned around, and it's energy. Everything is energy, but I can see this. So as I tried to explain with the pebble in the water, they showed me this. It's not a screen, but it's just like, it is like we turned, and they showed me on a in a different direction. They showed me this energy, and they showed me my life, and they showed me. So, but I it's like, it's nothing that we have here. So I don't have words to explain what happened. My brain tries to explain.
You mentioned that the other place was home. What do you think this is?
I think this is also like the roller coaster ride, and we grow here a lot. This is like a expansion, evolution. That is my understanding of it. That is, we grow a lot here, and we expand in ways that we can't. Even if, because we forget everything as well. We forget who we are, and we forget like how powerful we are, and how that we are creators here. So, but I'm so grateful for my body today. Like, I have this amazing companionship with my body, my home here. I would say that my body is my home here. So anywhere where I go in the world, I am always home when I'm in my body. And we have this great relationship today, where also I communicate a lot with my body. I promised my body that I will listen, and and my body promised that it will talk to me. So, and also because in the beginning, when I was in the healing process after this car crash, because it took a long time, because today I have no pain in my body whatsoever. I have no medications. I have but I also found my my healing journey to be not straight and not like the norm would say. I found this in different parts of my life and different roads, and you could say different rooms. And in the beginning, my soul, my body had issues trusting my soul because my soul left it. And what I understand is that the anxiety and death, I don't know if you say that, death anxiety, you say that in English, yeah. So because the body can die, so the soul doesn't really have the that comprehension because it can't die. So I had to learn, my body had to learn to trust my soul again, and my soul had to listen, like we have to communicate together. So it took a while until my nervous system actually let my soul back in fully. So I'm so grateful for this body and all the senses that we have, taste and hearing and smelling, and because this is nothing that I experienced on the other side. I didn't experience that there, so I don't know if I'm gonna have that there. But this body is amazing, and all the feelings that we have. It is also a blessing, and that is what I just see life as gifts and lessons. Everything happens for me, and even if it's hard sometimes.
Do you fear death?
No, no. But I don't want to die. I want to leave here when I'm done. So, but no, absolutely not. And that is also I'm not afraid of doing things. I have done so many things. I'm not stupid. Like, I'm not going to throw myself out of a cliff because my body don't want me to do that. But I want to live. And I understand that this is just the blink of an eye. It's a short moment that I'm in this particular body. And maybe I will have another life, another time, or maybe another place or anything, I don't know. But this body and this vibration is very unique. And I wanna do everything that I can with it.
What do you think your purpose or mission is here for this life?
To live and be me, to be authentic, because I also understand what I got from there is that all of us are very unique, and it's very important that we are the piece of the puzzle that we are supposed to be. And we can't be that if we pretend to be something that we're not. And it's not always the easiest thing to be unique and be ourselves and show ourselves and send out the true vibration and being very authentic. But that is what I got from my ND, that is what we're supposed to be. We're going to be the puzzle piece that no one else can be, because I can't be anyone else and no one else can be me. So what I do with my life, it is love. It's going to be, I'm going to try to act out of love and not fear, and be authentic and live. That is what I am supposed to be doing here. Be love, be authentic, and be me.
After your experience, did you notice any other abilities that you didn't have prior?
A lot, a lot actually. This thing with the resonance and in the beginning, like if someone lied to me, I felt that, like it hit me. It was like something just didn't resonate. And in the beginning it was because today I can use that. I can understand that you could tell me something that's very, very true for you, but I also can feel like, okay, thank you for sharing. That is not my truth, but I understand that it's your truth. So you're not lying to me. It's your truth, but it's not mine. So it's like a fine-tunement that I have been able to do during these years. Afterwards, it was very easy for me to leave my body. So when I started my spiritual journey, and a couple of years after, I did a lot of trance meditations and trance. I left my body and did channeling and stuff like that. And it was very easy for me because I could just get out of the way. And that was like my whole life, everything just changed. And I lost or chose to leave a lot of friends and a lot of relationships that wasn't good for me because I couldn't be in them anymore. Where I just tried to, it wasn't authentic. It wasn't, so everything changed, my whole life. And my mom, she would say that I was like this Duracell rabbit, that you pull up in the, and it just goes. She's like, yeah, you just disappeared. You just wanted to live, and I wasn't still. And I'm still not still. I'm doing a lot of things. I love it.
So did you channel your book Healing Doll, and that's how you wrote it?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. Well, if people want to find out more about it, should they go to a website or Amazon?
Actually, I have it on Amazon now, but as an ebook. But it's a tool, actually. So it's a tool, and I'm going to show you the tool. So I would say it's not.
Oh, it's literally a doll.
Yes, it is. So it's a love. It's for love. So it represents you. And because it's also so easy for people to give outwards, we're so used to do that. So this is, you could still give it outwards, but you give it to yourself. But if you want to have the tool, you have to go to my website. Otherwise, I have the book. The ebook is at Amazon.
Do you have anything else going on in your life that you want people to know about?
The big thing now is actually we started IANDS in Sweden, so for near-death experiences, because I felt that would have been so important for me if that existed when I had my NDE, somewhere to turn, somewhere to just share, to be able to get help in this. So we just started that in Sweden, and that is amazing. Like it's, and I met so many, and we meet because of it. So, the synchronicity is amazing. So that is where I am right now, and sharing more about it. And also people are very interested, and I feel like something is happening in Sweden now around it. And maybe it's also because thanks of you that do this and sharing and getting the information out there. I'm so grateful for it. And I just feel like I processed this long enough now. So I know it's time to share it. And I also know that the message that is from my NDE this is nothing. We are not like separated. Like this is not just something that is for me. This is for everyone. Everybody has this unique vibration, and everybody is so powerful, and everybody is so valuable here. And I really want people to understand that you are not here for an accident, and you are so important, and you are very, very loved. So that is.
Are there more and more near-death experiencers coming out of the closet in Sweden?
Yeah, it is. It is. So and yeah, and our society has been very close, like very materialistic. Like the brain is the only thing here. Is like we're very science based, like in that sense, that the proof has to be there, and and we don't have religion here. It's very secular. Do you say that? Like it's so we don't have. Is very low here in Sweden, so we don't have the spirituality like religion and stuff like that either. So I just feel like it's been a hard path trying to be authentic and standing in my truth, because you meet a lot of fear. Actually, that I think it's fear mostly.
Is there an IANDS Sweden website or a Facebook group?
Yes, it's Facebook group. So we just have a little local on iands.org. We have a local group, but it's Facebook that where you could find us now. That we have regular meetings now.
I wonder if some of the neighboring countries will start coming to your meetings, like from Denmark and Norway.
Denmark have also started there, and Norway I know is also starting now. So it's
great.
happening. Yeah.
Well, before we finish up, can you leave us with a last positive message?
Yeah. Stay open for the possibility of things, because I think also when what I have seen and what I have never like this information never stops like proving itself. And it's like, if you decide that this is going to be my truth, it is going to be your truth. So stay open for the possibility of miracles, and stay open to the possibility that you could be wrong and that you could heal and you could grow and you can find love. Stay open to the possibility and never shut the door totally on the possibility of love. I think that is one of the messages that we are so important, and we are the ones co-creating this.
Jeanette, thank you for your message, and thank you for being my guest.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's been wonderful talking to you. So thank you so much, Jeff.
Likewise, Jeanette. Thanks for watching the JeffMara podcast. I really appreciate you. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. And if you do, there are loyalty badges and other perks depending on your level of membership. All you need to do is click the join button underneath the video to find out more. Thank you for your support.